Okay, I'm driving on, I think this is called Forest Glen Road. I just went by Holy Cross Hospital in Silver Spring. I got distance glasses on. I got to move so I can tell. It says, it's like 4:06 p.m. on my phone's clock. And I'm driving now past this, some kind of retirement club. Let's see what it's called. It's called Senior Citizen Center, Department of Recreation, Montgomery County. Okay, and we're driving past that right now. Yeah, this is Forest Glen Road. I never bothered to look at the road sign in all the years I've lived here. Okay, even though I did live right near here as a child. Now, and I've been over this road thousands of times, I never bothered to look. Okay, here's one of the reasons why I'm saying that the secret police of the United States have been following me around. Okay, it's not somebody else. Why do I say that? Okay, well, I was able to determine, as far as anyone can determine this kind of thing, that some of these cars following me were listening in to what I was saying while following me. Now, who else is going to have technology like that? Okay, especially when you're talking about being followed everywhere you go, like out in Colorado. So, I found on a number of occasions, okay, that, let's say, I'm thinking about one specific example right now, where I was going from Fairplay, Colorado at night back to our land at Hartselle, and I believe that's called Route 9, that you take from Fairplay back over to Route 24 in Hartselle, if my memory serves me right, okay? And there are no cars on that road at all at certain times of night, okay? However, every damn time I'm on that road, there's somebody behind me, okay? Now, on one of these nights, I don't know, I let the car go by somehow. I pulled over, like at the entrance to one of those ranches. There's some big ranches with some big signs out front of the entrance to the ranch. They're very much like the gateway structures that Japanese mark the entrance to sacred grounds. Those sacred gates they put up around Japan. Well, these ranches out west often have an entrance gateway, something like that, okay? And so I pulled over one of those and I let this guy go by. Now it's just me and him on the road, no one even coming the opposite way. And I was just screaming at that guy every insult I could imagine, okay? There was no way he could hear me. He was, we were driving 65 miles per hour, which was the speed limit, as I recall. And he's at least, I don't know, I estimate this a tenth of a mile ahead of me. Would that be accurate? He's so far ahead of me, I could scream all I wanted with all the windows open, and he wouldn't have heard a word, okay? So I was screaming at this guy that he was a coward and a bully, okay? And at a certain point, my insults got so vicious that the guy pulled over as if to say, all right, let's fight. Because I was saying stuff like, you want to fight? Stuff like this. And like as if in direct response to what I was saying, this guy pulled over. Now, that's not the only time this has happened, which tells me that these folks are listening to me while they're following me. And once again, who am I? I'm a nobody who would want to follow me and be able to listen in. Who would be able to do that? And who would want to do it? It's the secret police of the United States that have the technology of that kind. Nobody else. So there's my proof, along with a lot of other proofs, that I would bring to bear if I was going to a courtroom with this. I would say it was clear to me that when I've shouted insults like this at people and they pulled over. Now, here's another example comes to me suddenly. When we're coming out of our neighborhood, every single time we were coming out in our car, we were passed by 3 cars, okay? Now, who is going to have the manpower to do something like that? Okay, first of all. Now, it got to the point where, I was clearly showing I was aware that this was us being harassed by secret police, okay? So, one day, we're coming out, and this car is coming as expected down, I think the name of the street is Overlook, which meets up with, is it Gatewood Place, when it crosses Sweetbriar. And there's, every single time we're coming down that road, one of the 3 cars would have been coming down Overlook toward me, okay? One down Overlook, one up Sweetbriar, another one passed me on Gatewood Place. 3 cars went by every single time. So, on this one particular day, I'm saying to this car that's coming down Overlook, I'm just railing at that guy. Okay, this, that, and the other, I'm just screaming at him. What did he do? I continued to scream at him, windows up in my car. And what did he do? When he got to the church there, at the intersection of New Hampshire and Powder Mill, clearly in response to what I was saying to him, he pulled into the entrance to that church as if to say, look, I'm a religious guy, I believe in Jesus, and I'm not what you're saying I am, okay? That's what he was trying to do. It was clear he was responding to what he was hearing while I was talking in my car. Now, in addition to that, okay, I've been talking about these scripted comments as a form of harassment, okay? So, I'm talking like this in my car, and nobody can hear me. Look, my wife, I see, I'm doing this for her and me, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't have any clue as to what's going on here, and I gotta persevere through that. Okay, so what happens? These scripted comments, I'm talking like this in my car. My wife is stone deaf. My wife is stone deaf. She can't hear a word I'm saying. Okay? There's not a soul on earth can hear me talking right now, okay? And this kind of thing I'd be doing in my truck or whatever in Colorado. And I'd stop at a gas station, and here comes a man gonna walk side by side with me. He puts a phone up to his ear and he's saying, there's not a soul on earth that can hear me. I'm in my truck all alone by myself, and my wife is stone deaf. She can't hear a word I'm saying. No one can hear me. Somebody is going to be saying that into here while I'm walking down the street in the United States of America. Now, who else could that be? It's got to be the secret police. Nobody else would have the technology to do that. Okay? So, this is their harassment of me, and my wife doesn't even support it. You see? This is the kind of life that I'm in. And I'm praying to the Lord Adonai that he deliver me from the liars here. I want justice for the lies here and for the abuse I've suffered from birth. And I want me and my family safely out of the United States forever. That's what I want. Here's my prayer to Adonai. Amen. Now the time is, according to my phone's clock, the time is, let me see here if I can read it, 4:16 p.m. The date is the 10th, I believe, of June, although I'm not sure. I can put this on pause and navigate away and find your date. Let me put this on pause. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2026. That's all from me for now. Bye for now.